With the latest RLC Ferrari F40, I'm sure a lot of you guys are super frustrated with Hot Wheels, Mattel in general, RLC, all that good stuff. Well, I have a better solution. There is so much more out there, and it starts with these. That's right, pullbacks, guys. Look at the latest releases from Kinsmart. We got the new GTDs. I don't know how long they've been out, but they just hit our Walmart, and these are beautiful. You got an awesome neon yellow on this one. I mean, look at this. You get two-piece seats. You get some nice details. The tail lights on this one are spot on. And I do like the fact that this exhaust system is casted from a separate piece. I mean, coming around the front, you got lenses for headlights, which we all know they do, but if you tilt it back, they do have the ambers, which are signature for the S650 Mustangs. Look at that. That is awesome. So scored all three at once, and it was a really nice feeling seeing that one. Of course, we got this beautiful red metallic. We have the 118 version of this color right here. And now we have the smaller. These are actually 138s from, of course, Kinsmart. But 2025 GTD, you even have the arrow on the base of this. Look at that. I mean, that is some awesome detail that you get from a 138 scale for $7. I mean, you get opening doors. You don't get the opening hoods, but you get opening doors, really nice photogenic castings. I mean, and they look really good. Really good. So we got this red one, and then of course we have this blue metallic, which I think this blue is amazing, and I can't wait to see what other colors come out from the Kinsmart lineup. But man, they did good. Now you can see in the back here, it looks like they tried to cover the little motor that goes with the pullbacks as nitrous bottles, it looks like. So that's a really cool little thing that they try to do to kind of make the back not look as funky. So we got the three GTDs, and of course you guys know we have the MSZ Mustangs, the GT3s, which we're still trying to track down a few colors. But now we have the GTD as well as the GT3s, and I will say these are such great alternatives for collecting, especially for those who are just like, man, you know, I hate Hot Wheels, I'm getting tired of it. There's so much more out there, not only from pullbacks, but I mean, you got Johnny Lightning, Greenlight, M2. Now I know there's a lot of collectors who aren't a fan of those brands because of quality, or maybe they don't roll right. But if you appreciate the details of casting and the realism, there's a lot out there for you guys. Now, comparing the Kinsmart pullbacks to the Jada Hyperspec, this is what Jada came out with. And we'll go ahead and do a quick comparison. Now, maybe the wheels on this one are a little bit more spot on, but I will say even down to the two-piece wing, you can see right here, the adjustable wings that they have. This one doesn't have that. It's got the tooling or the molds for a two-piece, but not like this one. I do like the Kinsmart a little bit better than the Jada. So even coming around the back, I think they did a better job on this one. Now, even with this exhaust system, this is a two-piece, but it's only the pipes, where this one was the chamber as well. So just comparing these, this is the back end of it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. Even to the front, let's see what the front differences are. Jada doesn't have the little ambers in there like this one does. So I do like those small little details. Now, but even to the windshield, check it out. They have the spot right there where the rearview mirror and probably the rain detect sensors are. You have those on the windshield right there. Even this fender, the fender vent is functional on these compared to this one where it is completely sealed. So there's some good things about Kinsmart, guys. Don't sleep on those pullbacks. And then, of course, don't sleep on Jada either. I mean, they did a really good job on this. But for $7, yeah, I'm definitely going to continue getting pullbacks because there's so much more out there. Now, moving on from these, we also got some other goodies. Check it out. My buddy Ryan hooked me up with this, as well as another car that we're adding to the collection. But this is more of the S197. Definitely like this highly modified wide body. And it's very close to the Need for Speed Mustang. You can even see the hood details, the rear fender vents. The only thing different, of course, is the color, the body kit, the wing. But another cool thing I noticed on this one is this back hatch actually opens. Check it out. Or the back glass. Look at that. That is actually a pretty sweet feature right there. Now, no Mustang has that. I think it would be really cool if we can get that added as like a mod on Ruby. That would be a super sick window. Just opening it up at the back like that. I don't know. Something about it just looks really cool. But this one is a, oh man, what brand is this? I don't even know. It doesn't say, but it could be the same brand as this one right here, the high speed, the fastback that he hooked me up with. So he scored this in Wyoming and of course hooked it up. So we got another one, which is almost the same yellow as the GTDs. So I think that is a really good one. This one even has lenses. You got the rear taillights, which are signature to the 2013-14 S197s. But yeah, there are just really cool die casts out there that you guys really need to entertain. Moving on, another brand that we scored from Walmart is this one. Look at this. Adventure Force is stepping it up. We got the new Mustang GT police car. There we go. Brand new packaging. Of course, Adventure Force is exclusive to Walmart, but it is Maisto owned. I don't think it says Maisto on the base anymore, but you have, let's see, got a bunch of case codes, made in China, but it also references Germany. I don't know. You guys let me know. Is Adventure Force still Maisto / Barago? I think it is, but I could be wrong. But on the back, it doesn't say anything except for Walmart Incorporated. So this is the newest package, and I will say it is a very, very cool casting. I mean, you're getting lenses on this one on the front. The taillights are pretty detailed. You got the GT badge. They did a good job. They did a really good job. The only thing I will say that I'm not a fan of is the wheels. I mean, in comparison to scale, those are probably like 28s on a Mustang, because those are massive. And of course, we are going to wheel swap one of them. That's why I have two. My buddy hooked me up with one, and then I scored one for myself. So I will be opening up one to put some better wheels on it. But Adventure Force is also stepping it up. There's a Skyline R34. There's a red multi-pack. Like, they did a whole new visual rebranding of the Adventure Force lineup. And this package, or this card, is super thick. So this thing is not going to warp. That's first test number one. Yeah, that thing will probably cut your toe off. But very cool Adventure Force right here. And then, of course, my buddy Ryan hooked it up with this one. So we're finally getting this into the collection. This is the new Matchbox 1968 fastback from the Matchbox movie. Never even seen anything on the Matchbox movie, but this is a beauty. Look at that. You even got rubber tires, opening doors. I mean, very, very nice. Now, the wheels, I think they could have done better on the wheels. You even get some nice headlight details, the blacked out grille, chrome trim separate from the bottom bumper. Look at that. That is some really nice detail on this one. So if you guys have not seen this one, hopefully you can score it for your collection, because this is just a beauty. And it does remind me very much of Sean's fastback from Tokyo Drift. But yeah, it's number 4 of 4 cars out of the series, and apparently there's one that's like kind of wrecked up with a movie car or a movie boom. I definitely want to see if that's legit, because that would be an awesome piece for the collection. So outside of this, we scored a Greenlight from Hobby Lobby. Now, I am not 100% sure if this is a true Bullitt or if it's just a 68 fastback. Now, we've seen the 118s come out as 68 fastbacks, but also Not a Bullitt to where you still have all of the trims you would get from the Mustang. The Bullitt was more of a stripped down, sleeked sleeper in visual appearance. You don't have the fancy running tri-bar ponies on the side. You don't have any of the other details. But when it comes to 124, we do have the actual Bullitt. And of course the signature JJZ 109 license plate for Steve McQueen's Bullitt. But I'm not 100% sure if this one is actually a Bullitt or if it's just a fastback. So the only way to find out is we are going to open this up and compare, look at it in detail. But we paid $33 for this thing. Is that too high? Absolutely, but that's Hobby Lobby price. If it is the same one, it's going to be a bummer. I got it just in case. My daughter's like, just get it because I know you'll regret it. So she didn't have to do much convincing. But I do like Greenlight, and having a 124 is awesome. So I don't know if this is Greenlight. I think this is Greenlight. Yeah, Greenlight. It's number 200. That's the series or serial number for that one. So we're going to go ahead and take this out of the box and get a closer and better look. Yep, definitely. All right, so just what I was afraid of. This is a true Bullitt Mustang. So they have it listed as just a 68 Mustang, has no Bullitt reference to it. So I think it's just a repackaged of a tooling that they just needed to get rid of, because that is Steve McQueen's Bullitt. And let's compare it to the old one I have. This one I've had for probably a few years now. Just comparing the two, the green is a little bit different. You can see this one is more of a faded, this one is more of a green. So this one's probably more accurate than this one. But this one actually has silver detail on the back. This one doesn't. So I don't know. You guys let me know. I'm pretty sure there are some other. Oh my God, those lights are super cherry in comparison to these. Yeah, it almost looks like these are like 10 times the size because of how it reflects off that chrome. Let's see. Let's go to the interior. This one, this is the old one, which actually has the shifter with the white ball. This one just is a silver. There's no white ball on that. But look at the wood grain. This one has more of a faded. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. It's got the wood grain and some details. This one is way more vibrant. Wow, that looks a lot better than that. And it's super dusty in here. Man, I gotta clean that. So you can see how long I've had this one. But I think the detail of the interior of the new one is a lot better than the old one. I mean, there's some slight differences. Like I said, this one's got the trim on the vent. This one doesn't. The interior's a little bit different. I don't see anything else. Let's go zoom out a little bit. And then when it comes to the base, this one just has your 2017 licensing. Mustang GT Fastback. Yeah, that's all it says, $11.89. That's the new one. And then this is the old one, where this is, yeah, same release, but this one is listed as Bullitt number 200. So there is the difference. You can see a difference actually when you look at it. Which one's more true to the movie? I think it's this one. And I think the wheels, even the wheels are a little bit darker than these. Yeah, I'm actually digging the new one over the actual Bullitt release. Totally digging that. You guys let me know in the comments. What do you think? Should I keep it Yeah, I'm definitely keeping it. I don't know why I would even ask that. But you guys let me know which one's better, the Bullitt release or the new 68 fastback. I think I'm going to go with this one. I think it's a little bit more true to the movie, a little bit more accurate in color. And I do like the details a little bit better, more vibrant than this one. So, all right, I'm actually glad I got it because I was like, man, if it's the same one, I'm just going to return it. But seeing that it is a little bit better, we are definitely keeping it. Yeah, even the headlights. Headlights pop a little bit more than these. Could it be age? Could be, but also with age comes better processes, better toolings. Yeah, I'm totally digging this one. So, all right, we will put this one back. But here we go, guys. These are the latest Mustangs we are adding into the collection. Like I said, the Kinsmart pullbacks. Don't sleep on them. They get better and better every time. There was a lot of other cool castings I seen, from Evos to Supras to even some rigs. Saw some rigs out there that were actually pretty cool. And if anybody knows what brand this is, please comment and let me know because I want to find a couple more of those. I think those are pretty sweet. Outside of that, I have nothing else for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts. Curious to you guys' feedback on what we're adding to the collection. It's just so much fun finding so many Mustangs that are out there. So if you haven't, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can stay tuned for all of our future videos and latest releases like this. Until next time, guys, this is the Mustang Hunter. Peace.